I'll tell you something as an old memory today. This is about marketing as well. Chris Demm, before I knew him, but we didn't work together. This is our period where I hated him.
Very early 1990s?
Yes. Didn't like him. Rival. I was on a different station. I had met him once or twice. You know, the meeting we run easy at first, okay? We were on competing radio shows. Mm-hmm. And so Chris Demm said he just ran into a guy recently, just a day or two ago, that in the early 90s, he had a great idea. Talking about a great idea. He put real estate on television. Occasionally, I would wake up on a Saturday or Sunday morning, flip on TV here locally, and you'd see people going through homes that were for sale with cameras on television and a voiceover saying, here's the patio, here's the living room.
It was brilliant. I mean, the internet wasn't even a thing. And, right. He would go through houses for sale and say, like Kelly said, look at this kitchen, look at the master bath, look at this.
Smart.
And, it was a 35 or 40-second pitch.
Yes.
They were quick, but they all, at the bottom of the screen was the realtor's name and number.
Yeah. Smart.
And the price.
Yes. And even somebody at that time, I was living in an apartment. Wasn't even into houses, but I'd turn it on. It's like house porn today. You know how HGTV.
It's network after network.
That's what I was going to say. It sounds like early HGTV.
This person had the idea long ago in the early 90s and put it on locally here. Just here's a show of the house. Here's a video of the house. Well, after I watched it for a couple of weeks, one morning I woke up, turned it on, and guess who's doing the voiceover? Chris Demm was doing the voiceover. And I thought, I hate him so much because I'm trying
to... that jag-off from the other station.
That guy. I met him. What a jag-off.
Let's take a stroll down Rockborough Lane.
Yes. He's doing that.
This beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Yes. And I looked...
That's it exactly.
I looked at that and I said, Are you kidding me? I was like, where's my agent?
This has crown molding and a fresh coat of wallpaper.
Yeah.
It's like you heard it, Biggie. That's exactly what the show sounded like.
Made me so mad. Now, I didn't really have an agent, but I was like, why? Who? How? And everybody's like, yeah, Chris Demm's really polished at that. He's been doing that for a couple of months.
That was a great deal.
Yeah.
The couple things about that, because I'd forgotten about it, and I saw him, like you said, at the dry cleaners. Haven't seen him in 20 years, but he looked great. He's still in the real estate business. He's still in that field.
Yeah.
And a couple things about that show. One, the pay was really good.
You hear that? That's insult to injury.
It was really good.
He gets great pay for doing voiceover. I just screamed at the top of my lungs, I should be doing that.
You know why you probably couldn't?
Why?
Everything was a cold read. Everything you heard was almost exclusively a first take. There were no retakes on that show.
What?
Mm-hmm.
How did you do that?
Look, I don't want to brag, but the guy Steve said, look, you're one of the better cold readers I've ever seen.
What? He said,
yeah, I mean, you just get the script and, the tape would start and you just had to go.
Right.
Like in real time.
You couldn't say, because I always like to say, stop, hold it. I can do that better.
No, and we recorded it as home studio and the air conditioning was too loud, so I had to turn off the AC.
Oh, so it
was like 98 degrees in the room.
Well, you know how I get in the heat too. Yeah. Well, I'd be swamp ass, and I'm not a good cold reader.
Yeah.
Biggie,
we've heard you cold read before.
Well, you remember these.
This is inside the industry. A cold read is when you have someone hands you a script,
a piece of copy,
and you just have to read it first time and make it come alive.
You remember what happened with Flatizza?
You could forget.
Subway's Flatizza.
Today's forecast brought to you by Subway, introducing their new Flatizzas, where cheesy and delicious meet crispy and square. Your choice of a cheese, pepperoni, spicy Italian, or veggie Flatizza.
Okay. All right.
It devolved from there.
Right there. It goes downhill from there.
That was a cold read.
That's called a cold read. That's called a cold read.
Yeah. If you learn nothing else today, that's what a cold read
that's right.
should not sound like.
I've never been a good cold reader. You remember Neckvember? I did.
Yes.
Neckvember was another client that had a promotion going on in the month of November. I read it cold.
Real nice prize for you today. $50 gift card to Horizon Med Spa. It's Neckvember at Horizon Med Spa.
That caught us off guard. Okay. It went downhill from there.
No
Okay.
one lives for you to screw up, or no one lives more for you to screw up than Dave. Dave just loves it.
He likes
when
that.
you mess something up, he loves it.
I know. He just basks in it, doesn't he?
And one can't help but notice that Neck Member has gone away forever.
Next member is gone, and
it's never come back.
I haven't heard.
I don't even think they finished the month.
No, they didn't. We barely made it. We didn't get to Thanksgiving. We didn't make it through November.
Guys, we're going to just abandon
Frankly,
Neckvember.
You just put the Flatiza in the ground.
Flatiza.
It was already a bad idea.
It was a bad
but you buried it.
I lost us the Neckvember account and the Flatiza account.
Well, because the guy who came up with it, which one? I'm sure they were like, because he walked in, he's like, "Let's do pizza at Subway." Yes, but I've got the perfect guy for it. And then you, and they just fired him.
Awful.
And you.
This is awful. So I'm not a good cold reader.
That's what the job called for. You had to be.
Yep.
You had to just go.
Probably the real estate guy knew that. And I would wake up on a Sunday morning and listen to this guy that I hated doing the voiceover job that I wanted. And all these houses were on display. And it was a precursor to HGTV, which basically does it now. I mean,
Yeah.
that's, you know, and to a higher level. You know, they just keep on
This
going.
beautiful property has not only a carport, but also a garage in the back.
That's exactly
what they did.
what it sounded like.
There's a new one of these shows. I haven't seen it. I was just clicking through the grid one day, you know, and they had a new show. Have you watched Zombie House or Zombie House Makeover?
No, what is that?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've seen one or two of those.
Is that a dead house and they bring
That's
it
got to
back?
be what it is. It's like, you know, one that's just kind of gone to seed. But I love the name.
That's good.
Zombie
idea.
House Makeover.
Zombie House. That's good.
They
Where
have
you bring it back to life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been watching a lot of that Magnolia Network.
Oh, with Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to get to that.
Really?
I don't know it. I don't think I have it. No, I don't.
Oh, really?
I keep seeing them. Is it?
Well, I'll tell you this: if you have HBO Max, or what you have it now,
it's included with it.
It's included with it because that's
They
what
got rolled into it.
Yeah, I've really gotten into their initial show.
What is it?
What did they do for where they read?
Oh, that.
the pick
That's
three?
good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
No,
Yeah.
not Hometown. That's somebody else.
Yeah, but I love the ones where clearly some people are going through a divorce.
Oh,
Where it's like the flip. They make somebody pick three homes.
it's Fixer Upper.
Fixer
That's
upper.
it.
Yes. Yeah.
But like one dad was like looking for houseboats.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, yeah, I'm looking for a houseboat for me and my 4 kids. And, you know, they'll be staying here with me some of the time. It's like a houseboat? That's what you... Yeah, I need a... And like the one he picked, he didn't even give him a room.
Right. Yeah.
He just gave him like 4 bunks to sleep in.
Yes.
Yeah, because they ain't going to be here too much because, you know, she got custody.
That's
Anyways,
right.
I want a party spot, but place for the little rugrats to stay when they have to.
They're court-ordered
Yeah.
weekends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I know that. That's a good show. That really was the first. I mean, maybe not the first, but they take it. You pick one of 3 houses.
Yeah.
They fix it up for it. That hometown's almost the same.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to see this, though, because it's always funny to me to watch the couples come back, if it is a couple,
Yes.
together. And you just know there were screaming matches had about which one, but it's always like, well, after some back and forth, we went with the third house. Anyways, I broke her mother's urn. But, you know, she got what she wanted. I guess I'll just go back to work now and not say anything like I should. It's just, I would love to see the behind the scenes.
You're right.
You know what I would like to see
Right, yeah.
is because we watch a lot of these shows too, and there's, like you said, there's a whole universe of these shows now. It's like Lake House, Beach House,
Yes.
you know, all these country house, whatever,
yes.
cabins. But everybody who's looking to buy a home, everyone says the same thing. We want this space for entertaining. I guarantee you they don't do any entertaining.
No.
Nobody does.
It never happens.
Nobody entertains.
Entertaining. Now, I just did some entertaining.
You
Okay.
did, but it's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare and it's stressful.
It is. I'm going to crank the Super Bowl party out again this year. And you're right, every show is like, we love to entertain.
Oh, when you have family and friends over to entertain,
it's like,
because they need an open kitchen.
you know, open kitchen for entertaining is like a war. It's like, oh my God,
It's
so
a full-time job on top of your full-time job.
It's so tiring. That's why the older we used to, when you're young, you'd go over to somebody's house, they'd throw out, you'd order pizza, you'd play Trivial Pursuit. You know, all right.
One of you brought a 6-pack.
Exactly. Then you get older, you get married, you have kids. It's like, okay, you have to do this, prepare. Everything's got to be cleaned, all that.
Oh, he's vegan. Oh, God, he's gluten intolerance.
Yeah, there's that too. That's why there's so much less entertaining that goes on. People used to invite me to all sorts of stuff. Now
And nobody wants to go out.
exactly.
No,
nobody wants
more
to
and
go.
more. How many people do you know love just to stay home?
Exactly. I just heard a comedian say, if you ask anybody, any adult over 40, let's say, on a Monday, what'd you do this weekend? And they say, nothing. Their eyes just light up. Oh, that's so great. You did nothing. Nothing. Nobody.
No road trip.
No. Nobody wants to do that stuff.
No
It takes
packing.
Too much effort. Too much effort goes into it. That's right.
You know my girlfriend. She is
Oh, yeah.
younger than me.
Yes. By a good bit.
A good bit. And, she still lives the lie.
Oh, she does.
Like on Friday, she'll be like, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And we're going to do this. And then this and this. And I don't even respond anymore. I just go, the guy.
You're not
Because then
doing
by
it.
the time we hit Saturday, she slept later than she wanted to.
Yeah.
I've slept too late. Now I got to get in the shower. And then that just becomes, oh, well, what's on TV? Maybe I'll just have some coffee.
Yeah, and then you
And
don't.
then Saturday's gone.
Yeah.
And then we get to Sunday and it's like, I'm going to brunch. Oh, we're going to brunch. We've been saying we're going to brunch. Oh, I slept too late again.
I'm not doing
Oh,
it.
it's 2:00. What am I doing? We didn't go to brunch. And I'm like, this is what we do every weekend.
And
But I let her live the lie.
I always remember, and when I was in like science class, a resting body tends to stay at rest. A moving body,
Is that Newton's laws of physics?
it's really true. I mean, yeah. I think it is. And it, of course, has to do with science. But when you're sitting on the couch, you're not moving.
inertia.
Inertia, you're not moving. And when it comes time, if you have to go somewhere, you got to be somewhere at 5 o'clock. You're just like, oh.
What time do we have to leave? What time do I have to get in the shower?
We always push it to the last possible second. Yes. Even for my son's graduation, it's like,
I'll just watch another quarter of the game.
yeah, that's so true. And the entertaining space is the most wasted, overused term. Oh, we love to entertain.
We love to entertain.
You won't long. Believe me, you will not long.
That and they always find some kind of extra damage. I love too.
Yep.
Because they'll give them you've got about 50,000 to work with, and they'll be pulling back siding and be like,
Uh-oh.
what's that? That's water.
That's the drama.
Yeah.
Oh, that water has to have a source.
Yeah.
That happened all the time on the old Tarek and Christina show.
Is that flip or flop? Do they do flip or flop?
I don't know. Wherever they were in the California.
Yeah.
coast,
Yeah, I know
then
that.
they had that ugly split.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, they'd always like, oh God, we got termites.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
I think every one of them. Halfway through the show, they pull something back. Jesus, fire ants.
Yeah,
Every one of those shows.
we're all living with them.
Yeah.
We just don't even know it.
Yeah. And then they go to the people and they're like, this is going to cost you an extra $50,000.
This naked wiring up here, that's it's a code violation.
They just had that.
Yeah.
I just watched one with wiring. Yeah, these old homes are wired just terribly.
Terrible.
It's aluminum wiring. It's a fire hazard. It's not up
Yeah.
to code.
There's no way we can do this.
Just once I want them to come back from commercial and be like, well, this is actually the end of the episode.
Yeah,
Because of the murder-suicide.
they didn't want to go through with it. That's it.
Yeah.
Every one of those shows, love it or list it, they all do that
yeah.
stuff. Halfway through, like, it's just not going to happen. I just can't work. Even the pool guy, the
Larry Lagoon.
Larry
Oh,
Lagoon.
yeah.
Even Larry Lagoon. Like the homeowner will come back to see the pool when it's halfway through, and the homeowner will go, my God, you just dug an area I didn't want dug. And they'll
That was the flower bed.
focusing on Larry Lagoon's face. And he's just like, I don't know. And then dramatic music and off to commercial.
Oh, it's fine.
And then they come back like, we
I put a
worked it out.
volcano there. Is that okay? Love Larry Lagoon and his volcano.
Yeah.
Constantly.